My girlfriend wants to take a stressful job and I foolishly set an ultimatum against it. We have been together for 7 years now. She, 28F, has been thinking about taking a stressful job which will leave her with no time to do anything. We did that before when we were right out of college and we didn't have any money at all. It was hard. I, 27M, was able to handle the soul-destroying nature of 60-plus hours a week a bit better than her. She was a mess. She leaned a lot on me emotionally to get through it. She was close to burnout. She was starting to become unhealthy. She was also had a habit on lashing out on me. She always apologized, but I don't like being yelled at. Being yelled at fucks me up, and those 3 years were the only time we got into yelling matches. It was without a doubt the worst years of my life. We had to move from my job and she was able to get a much less stressful job and higher pay job. She became much more happier. A lot less annoyed, and we were able to patch our relationship and grow closer. I told her that, if she took that job, I would have to think about where this relationship is going and if I can handle the emotional turmoil that comes with it. I realized that it was not the right thing to do, and I am a fool for letting my fears and panic take over, make a manipulative attempt to force her to not take the job. I am planning to apologize for this. I thought we had paid our dues and could try to climb the ladder slowly. Try to build our life slowly. Get married and start a family. We have talked about this and she says she wants all the same things, but I don't know anymore. She wants to take a job which has really great pay and would set us up for great things. We are really comfortable right now, and even if she takes another less stressful job, it would not be huge difference. She is promising me that she will handle it better this time. My emotional reaction is not to trust her on this. I know that is unfair, but she almost said the exact same words when we were in the bad patch after fights. But the thing is that if she doesn't, I don't think I will have the courage to leave her when she is struggling. I won't be able to deal with the guilt. I don't know why she is doing this. We are doing well? I know that she isn't a greedy or materialistic person. She loves her current workplace and culture. She has scope for promotions. She loves her work. It seems really odd that she wants to switch all of a sudden, especially to something which would be soul-destroying. When I asked her about it, she said it is the money, and I asked her if it is worth the money. She just shrugged and changed the topic. Someone pointed out that it could something may have happened at her current work. I really fear I have fucked things up due to setting an ultimatum and hurt her feelings a lot. I feel like a shitty boyfriend. She was willing to move for me even when she was reluctant to do it. She has pointed out that I am placing my career above hers and that I didn't get to dictate what she did with her career. TLDR. My girlfriend is planning to take a job which is really stressful. She has other almost equal options. The last time she was in such a job, I was in the receiving end of some really bad behavior. I am scared about what her taking a stressful job would mean to our relationship. Update. I, 27M, would like to thank everyone who took time to give me valuable advice. It helped me realize I was going about it the wrong way and possibly ruined a relationship of 7 years. Yesterday, we sat down and had a proper conversation. I apologized to her for lashing out with an ultimatum. I explained how scared I was of things sliding back. She, 28F, was able to understand it, and she also pointed out how hurtful me setting down an ultimatum was. I talked about mapping out a plan so that we don't slid into the mess we had created. I think me being open to the idea of her working allowed her to be vulnerable and reveal why she wanted to chase money. She wants to put down roots in the city and buy a house here. She grew up in pretty unstable circumstance and moved around a lot. She is adamant that we own a house before we get married / have kids, and the home market here is booming. She also thought that it was a bit embarrassing to be so fixated on owning a house and wanted to take the whole burden on herself. I really love this woman. I know that her actions in the past has not been great, but even after that I trust her to be kind. I think, this perspective is not something I could have ever thought of. I come from a more privileged background, and even though my parents raised us to be independent, but we always knew that if things got ugly, we had a safety net. She never had that, and I understand her need to create one. After we stopped crying and talking, we went through the budget and talked about areas where we could cut expenses. She really doesn't want to change jobs, so we are planning on her asking for a raise, and I think I will start looking for a new job. I am pretty indifferent about my workplace, and I don't mind jumping ship to increase my salary. She is happy and would have just liked to move to another company. I have to really thank the people here for helping us talk this out. I am planning on bringing up counseling on a later date. We have a lingering issue on communication that we need to sort out. Dr. We talked it out and I found out what she wanted and she was worried about money. We made a plan to fix it. Here's what Reddit peps say about this on comment section. First from currently_distracted. So happy the two of you were able to be open and communicate with each other about this. Please make sure you continue this communication and have an action plan in case your lives take a separate turn from each other as you pursue this serious joint purchase. And this one is from Spoopy Poopy Dupes. Congratulations on y'all having a difficult conversation to mend bad feelings and begin finding solutions. I hope y'all are able to alter things in a way that gives you both what you want without sacrificing healthy behaviors and respectful communication tactics. It sounds to me like y'all are back on track or at least getting there. It can be hard at times to swallow your pride and admit fault, your ultimatum as well as her lashing out at you, but these actions are great investments in your relationship. Best wishes to both of you. I hope y'all find ways to continue to improve your communication as you each grow and change. Cheers again on this breakthrough. Edited to add, I really think it could help for her to seek professional guidance on managing stress as well as couples counseling, and maybe you speaking to someone to deal with your unresolved pain of her having lashed out in the past. Y'all avoided a potential issue with her taking on a stressful job, but relationships, transition into marriage, wedding planning, purchasing a home, having children, and many other life changes, or lack of change like stagnation, boredom, or the feeling of being unfulfilled, will eventually occur. It is normal to be stressed sometimes and have occasional anxiety, but it is not acceptable for anyone to resort to emotional and verbal abuse as a way of dealing with those emotions. You both deserve to be respected and to be in a safe environment, emotionally, physically, and sexually. To prevent a relapse of her behavior, it is a good idea to seriously consider professional assistance in order to find the root cause of her bad coping strategies and to replace them with healthy strategies. I have multiple anxiety disorders, and I have intermittently sought out therapy when I find I am utilizing unhealthy coping skills. Next is from Reddit_Rabbit. Good communication, nice work. Don't buy a house together without being married. Best of luck. Edit, if you live in the US, don't buy a house together without being married. Cannot make legal recommendations for other countries. This one is from Ilovastoride. Good for you guys. I've always said, the cornerstone to any successful and happy marriage is communication. And this last one is from a deleted user. Hey, I'm glad you guys worked things out. But, did she acknowledge the severity of the abuse she put you through during her last stint at a stressful job? You describe that time as the worst years of your life and say that even now, years down the line, you feel fear and panic at the thought of repeating that to the extent that you felt the need to lash out the way you did. Was lashing out wrong? Yes, technically. But you didn't do that as some manipulative tactic because you wanted to get your way. You did that because you were traumatized from her behavior and it caused you to respond impulsively. She may deserve some sort of apology for that, but you deserve a huge apology from her for the way that she treated you when she was under stress. Stress is not a good enough excuse to yell at someone consistently for 3 years. Life contains stressful events, and at some point, everyone has to learn how to deal with stress without abusing the people around us. Most people can manage that, even when they are under considerable stress. I'm very concerned that you don't mention your girlfriend acknowledging the pain that she caused you. I'm very concerned that you appear to be taking full blame for lashing out this one time, when your girlfriend lashed out consistently for a very long time and gave meaningless apologies only to continue the behavior. This is all very concerning, honestly. Please take care of yourself. And that's all for today, guys. See you on the next one.